Welcome to Big D. We are in Dallas at the American Airlines Center. We can't get to the court. There's a concert going on. Team will work out on the practice court, but let's chat a little bit about the last little while with the Raptors on a 2-game losing streak. Sherm, late game execution, but that's only part of the story. You got to get off to a good start. We always say this, when the gun goes off, the race starts. You got to start running at the start of the race and not expect to run everybody down at the finish line. First quarters have been hurting the Raptors.
Well, they have been, and you think about the pressure they put on themselves if they get down in that first quarter, and it's something that they've been able to overcome and still win games, but it's not something you want a steady diet of when you talk about trying to find the energy to meet the beginning of the game and to challenge the opponent, especially on their floor, to take the crowd out of it. And we saw against Houston, the Raptors gave up way too much in that first quarter, and they fought back and won the next 3 quarters. But even with the chance to win it, you don't know how much of a toll it took out of you to get to that point. And then late game execution gets you. You're not able to get that 3-point shot to fall, and all of a sudden you look back to the first quarter and how things could have been different.
Takes a lot of energy when you get down. And, you know, we've said it, 20-point leads now aren't the same as what they were 10, 12 years ago, but it's still a 20-point deficit you're fighting. All right, Raptors will see the Mavericks tomorrow night, and the guy that everybody's basically acclaimed as Rookie of the Year, Luka Doncic, he has been terrific, but this is a Mav squad that's slowly making its way up the standings from years ago, Sherm, and they're trying to get into that final playoff spot.
Well, they are, and it's interesting. They've had this rookie who is a true pro. He's been a pro for a while, so everything that's happening in Dallas and whatever losing might occur, he's going to be able to handle it because he's played with men. He's won at a high level. He's been the focal point in Europe at a very high level. So he's got the maturity it takes to kind of get through the tougher spots of the season where some younger players might struggle with it. But this guy is a player in every aspect of the word. He can score it, he can pass it, he's big, he can rebound, and he's got that stage presence. He's got that swagger about his game. I love everything about this young man's game, and to be honest, he's the hands-down Rookie of the Year.
All right, well, you'll see him tomorrow night, but first, let's hear what the Raptors had to say after practice.
I think, we just got to, come in with focus. Like, we got to make it a priority, and it's been like a lot of games where, we just came out flat a little bit in the beginning, and then somehow we find the energy to kind of get back in the game a little bit, but we can't do that playing against good teams. We got to start from the jump and knowing that, we're going to get people's best shot, and we got to go out there with that mentality.
I mean, look, we've been the top team for a while. Obviously, we haven't won a championship, but there's some, not complacency, but there's some of that there where, like, we know that, like yesterday, I mean, as bad as we played, we were right there to have a chance to win the game. So understanding that you always have a shot to win can, like I said, maybe have less urgency, but, like, something that we got to clean up. And it's a long, long year, and there's ups and downs, guys in and out, and, it's can get caught going through the motions sometimes. But I think, we got to turn it on and start, if there is a switch that we're playing around with, it's time to turn it on about now.
For me, this has been a great time to evaluate a lot of things, right? Personnel, rotations, what we can do, what we can't do, who we can count on, all those kind of things. And as we go forward, I don't expect this to be I hope it is. We kind of deserve it to be. We're going to have everybody here for 30 games. It'd be really nice to figure out who's going to exactly be in there, how we're going to do it, who's going to play where, minutes, all that kind of stuff, the rotations. And I'm sure we're going to have some more guys in and out, right? So, but to answer your question, yeah, we got to now know that who's gonna play as tough as we need them to play, who's gonna execute like we need them to execute. We need to execute like we're capable of, close games or not, both ends of the floor. I mean, those are the things that you're going to start tightening up or focusing on, yeah.
So you can see the Raptors and the Mavericks, 7 o'clock Eastern Time on TSN, and hear it with Sherman and I on TSN 1050.